aggression makes you lazy. So this is a theory that I have for with regards to practice or sparring matches. So this theory might seem a little bit controversial to some martial artists, but I hope at the end of this video or article, you hope you can see my point and maybe even understand why some martial arts like Tai Chi or Aikido, they choose to practice with minimal or without aggression or like violent movement. So once again, just note that this theory is meant for training only and not so-called and not that applicable for actual fighting. Yeah. So to begin, let me define three elements that I would like to discuss first. So first one, aggression. So aggression means that you are using brute force to bash or punch, cut, or stab as hard as you can or as fast as you can, in a violent way. Okay, and usually in a pumped up state, like with adrenaline pumping, okay, in your blood, and you're just going all out as hard as you can, as fast as you can. So that is aggression. Now skill is the second component. Skill means you have the correct technique, okay, a good movement mechanics, how to move your body, having the correct posture, okay, and knowing what kind of attack or defensive technique that you can do according to what the enemy does. Yeah, so that's defined under skill. Yeah. So third one, which is fighting ability. So that is your actual performance. Okay, that's the output that you can generate. Okay, so your actual performance in a sparring or practice match. So the equation is aggression plus skill equals fighting ability. So let me repeat that again. Aggression. So the equation is aggression plus skill equals fighting ability. So now these are things that we can't actually put a number to them. We can't actually quantify them. But just for the sake of the discussion, let's just say that we are able to put a number to them. So an example will look something like this. So someone with aggression level 50 plus skill level 50, he will be able to generate a fighting ability of 100. The aggressive trainee. So let's say if you have participate in some kind of sparring matches before, you will tend to you may understand that if someone is being aggressive, right, he will be able to perform rather decently in a sparring match, even though he may be new, but he may not have any skill yet. Okay, but just by being aggressive and punching as hard as he can, charging as fast and as hard as he can, he will be able to fight rather decently, right? So the equation for such a person will look something like this. So he has a aggression level 90, right? So he's very aggressive, plus skill level 10, right? So he's only 10 because he has very little skill to speak of. So aggression 90 plus skill 10, overall he is still able to generate a fighting ability of 100. Right. So the only reason why he is able to fight at the ability of level 100, right, is because he makes up for his lack of skill with aggression. Yeah. Okay. I believe you may have met some one like this before if you have done any kind of sparring before, whether is it armed or unarmed, right? But please beware of two things. First, anyone that I randomly pick up from the street can be aggressive, right? As long as someone who looks to be in decent shape, right? You don't need any training to achieve this, right? For me, I can easily flip on my aggression switch in my brain, right? And then I just make the decision to charge at you aggressively, try to bash you with brute force as hard as I can, and instantly I can see an improvement in my fighting ability, right? But if I'm always using this kind of method, right, then what's the point of training martial arts? There's no point, right? I just have to switch on my aggression all the time, right? And the second important thing is that if I choose to use this method to increase my fighting ability, right, let's say after 10, 20 or even 30 years, when you see me again, right, you will not see much improvement in my so-called my skill, right? I'll be pretty much the same person as I was 10, 20 years ago. Removing aggression. So if you have attended Tai Chi classes, Aikido classes, or some martial arts of similar nature, right, you'll see that the common thing is that they always try to reduce or even remove aggression or any violent movement when you practice the techniques. So let's say I'm a newbie, so I'm a new person, I have no skill whatsoever, and now you make me remove my aggression. Okay, the equation for me will look something like this, right? So I have aggression level 10 because I'm very not aggressive, right? I have skill level 10 because I have no skill, right? Overall, my fighting ability is only 20. So that's a drastic drop. Okay, from level 100, I have now dropped all the way down to 20. So with only a fighting ability of level 20, I'm just going to keep getting my ass kicked in sparring matches, right? And I may even start to have doubts whether my teacher is legitimate or not, whether the techniques are authentic or not, right? And when you start getting your ass kicked, okay, in sparring matches, there will also be an urge to increase the aggression level so that my fighting ability can increase as well, and then I can start winning, right? Nobody likes to lose, right? Right. So now here's the issue. So this is where my theory kicks in. So we want to intentionally minimize our aggression level so that any lack of fighting ability will be made up for by our skill level. Right. So by intentionally suppressing our aggression level, I now have to work on my skill level if I want to increase my fighting ability. Right. So I have to practice maintaining better posture, better movement mechanics, okay, and executing more accurate techniques. Right. So that is the whole point of reducing aggression, so that I am forced to improve my skill level, and so that overall my fighting ability can be increased. Yeah. So the path to mastery, in my opinion, is that if you lower your aggression level, okay, and then your skill level now becomes 90, right? So aggression is level 10 and your skill level is now 90, and now you're fighting at a fighting ability of level 100 only because you have such a high skill level, and not because you're just aggressively or violently bashing your way through with brute force, right? If you are able to truly attain this state, that means skill level 90, it means that the majority of your fighting ability is made up by your high skill level. I believe you have a lot of people lining up waiting to call you master and waiting to learn from you. So which path will you choose? So now let's look at these two paths. We have the aggressive path and the skillful path, right? The aggressive path is 90% aggression, which anybody can produce if I just make the decision to, right? And skill level 10 in order to generate fighting ability of 100, or the skillful path, which is aggression 10 only, so very low aggression but very high skill level, and overall I'm still able to generate fighting ability of 100, right? So in both cases, both person have a fighting ability of level 100, okay, but how did they reach that? Okay, so these two paths have different ways. Yeah, but one thing to note, so important thing to note is that you cannot instantly choose to increase your skill level at a snap of your fingers. Skill level is something that you have to work on and develop over a period of time, okay, like months and years, right? So but someone who takes the skillful path, he can choose to switch on his aggression at any point in time, and then that will further increase his fighting ability, right? So if you take the aggressive path, so your aggression level is already very high, and that is the only reason why you have a high fighting ability. When you meet someone who has a higher fighting ability than you, there is no way you can instantly just switch up or increase your skill level, because that is something that you gain over time. Yeah, so that's the reason why I always advocate that we take the skillful path, which is minimal aggression, so that I am being forced to work on my skill level in order to have a decent fighting performance. So which path will you choose? Maybe you can leave your comments for me, and we can discuss further from here. Thank you.